Better Ubuntu fonts. I have been using Ubuntu for a while. I like it. I like it a lot. But once in a while, when I switch to Windows, I feel better because I really like the font. It feels really much pleasant to watch Windows font. I installed Windows fonts on my system and changed all the default font settings to Trebuchet 10 pints from Sans. It feels better, but still not as good. Oh, BTW, I love the default Ubuntu console font. Monospace 10 really rocks. But Sans, oh please. What is the default font on Windows? How do I enable it on Ubuntu? If it is paid, licensed, or illegal, I don't care, I just want better fonts on my Ubuntu system. And, also, on a laptop with LCD screen, should subpixel smoothing be enabled? Update: I tried different fonts for a while on my system, and I think I could do a lot better. I am far from satisfied. The default Sans font is ugly, imho. The Arial, Trebuchet MS and some other MS fonts don't render properly. Trebuchet MS has a problem with E. An extra line on top. I hate it. The good Windows fonts Tahoma, Segoe, Calberi, Cambria all render poorly, due to lack of clear type. Trying to use this XML, in fonts.conference that is supposed to magically make rendering smooth, does nothing more than turn on subpixel smoothing. And LT?XML version equals 1.0 and GT. And LT:!! Font config system fonts.dtd and GT. And LT font config and GT. And LT match target equals font and GT. And LT edit name equals auto hint mode equals assign and GT. And LT bool and GT true and LT /bool and GT. And LT /edit and GT. And LT /match and GT. And LT /font config and GT. Turning on subpixel smoothing makes the font bold at the cost of clear shapes. It is a turn-off. The otherwise awesome monospace font also looks bad. What is the best font I can have on my Ubuntu system? It is alright if it is commercial and expensive. I could do with better font typefaces.
I also like Windows fonts much better than the defaults on any Linux distributions. Well, at least the Windows XP default, Tahoma. Also, I prefer no anti-aliasing at all for small font sizes, when using good TrueType fonts. Your mileage may vary. These days I find it very easy to get nice fonts in Ubuntu. Gone are the days of needing to recompile FreeType with a certain option, I forget which, to get them right. Steps I took when last installing Ubuntu afresh. Put your TrueType fonts, .ttf files from Windows installation or for example the Microsoft Core Fonts package legally available on the web, in some directory, for example /user/local/winfonts. Edit, /etc/fonts/local.config, and add your winfont tier. Run sudo fccache to rebuild font information cache files. Nowadays there's no need to create files like fonts.scale, fonts.dir, or fonts.alias, using Jupyter or other utilities. Then configure Tahoma 8 as the default font in your desktop environment. Today's control center for me, equally easy in the GNOME equivalent. And that's it. Alternative way. Another way is to simply install Mass Core Fonts package from Universe and run fccache, as instructed in this post on Ubuntu blog. The Core Fonts package doesn't include Tahoma though. But if you have it from other sources, copying the TTF files to ~/.font/ or /user/local/share/fonts for system-wide availability before running fccache should be sufficient.
I believe the default font is either Windows XP, Tahoma, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Segoe UI. You may also like Calibri. That's a nice font too. Since you mentioned you have a Windows system, you should be able to grab these licensed fonts without any drama.
See also, Texts Rasterization Exposures by Maxim Sheminarev. I don't know if any Linux distribution is doing what he suggests.
I use Bitstream Vera fonts on Firefox. It's still not as good as it looks on Windows, but it's a whole lot better than how it used to look. This is what Wikipedia has to say. Vera is a typeface font with a liberal license. It was designed by Jim Lyles from Bitstream, and is closely based on Bitstream's Prima, for which Lyles was also responsible. It is a true type font with full hinting instructions, which improve its rendering quality on low-resolution devices such as computer monitors. Although Vera itself covers only common punctuation and the Latin alphabet with some diacritics, its license allows others to make and distribute derivative works with some restrictions, and the Deja Vu Fonts project is expanding it with additional glyphs and styles. With over 80% installation base, the Deja Vu fonts have been gaining on the role as sans serif default fonts in GNU/Linux. On Windows and Macintosh systems, Deja Vu is however practically unknown, whereas Bitstream Vera Sans has installation bases of 25% and 20% there, and 79% on Unix, according to a survey. Below is a screenshot of how Firefox looks with this font. Subpixel smoothing is also enabled.
Fotos pode pegar, né? Isso, vida